Hi everybody, so I've embarked on a new project which is a fat tired mini bike that runs on a Honda GX clone engine with a torque converter, so a bit like a Coleman mini bike, but you can't get those in the UK, so I thought I'd have a go at building one. I've seen on Pinterest and stuff quite a few people have attempted doing this, but generally they've ended up with live axles, so your shaft actually spins in pillow block bearings or something like that. So I'm trying to get away from that to have static shaft with a spinning hub, if you like. So far I've got some pipe which is the outer diameter of which is the same as the internal diameter of this. So I cut these out of a solid bit of plate and hole cut the middle and then turned the outside on the lathe and then put it on the turret on the mill, and I've just kind of center drilled 4 holes in there to take the quad bike rim. So that will go kind of in the center of the shaft assembly, and then obviously you need drive as well, so got the sprocket. Quite hard to find a carrier for these sprockets, so what I'm actually going to do is just get another one. They're really cheap. I'm going to get another one, chop the middle out of it, kind of round it off a little bit, and then that will be the carrier, so that will be welded onto the shaft. So you got sprocket carrier, sprocket, the hub if you like to take the rim, and then obviously going to need some sort of brake as well, for which I've got this rather groovy offset disc. I'll probably, as the stud pattern matches up completely with that, get another one of these because they're about £5. Again, chop out the middle and use that as a carrier. So what that means is either side of the central hub there'll be 2 carriers. One will take the disc, the other one will take the sprocket. And what that also means is that you can slide the bike rim, the fat ATV rim will fit over both of the carriers on both sides, so you can bolt the rim onto the carrier. Hopefully there'll be clearance because the tyre is so fat. There'll be clearance without the sprocket on to reach in there and do the bolts up. That's the plan anyway. So the bit of pipe that I've got to bore out the ends ever so slightly to fit these bearings in. So you have the shaft bearing at each end, and then all the different components of the hub will be welded to the shaft. That's the plan anyway. I got these rather cheap non-hydraulic brake calipers off eBay. Now they're pretty good. They've got quite a lot of grip. They work on some sort of cam system, I think, but the gap here isn't quite big enough. So because they're not full of any fluid or whatever, you should be able to just kind of undo them. Damn, tight. Oh fuck. So that needed a little bit of leverage. They may have just been tight, they may have been thread locked in. So you take this bit off, and then you've got 2 brake pads and a little spring in there. So to bring that up to the right width. Just going to put a couple of washers in here to pack it out. It's about 0.5 millimeter too narrow. As it wears, I should be able to possibly, you know, take these out. Not ideal, but there's not a hell of a lot of load on it. I think I'll try it before before installing a hydraulic system. These are pretty cheap, so I think it's worth a little punt. It's going to be fiddly, so I'm going to take the camera off for a minute. Okay. Feels pretty grippy, so hopefully, yeah, that'll work. Need to build some little carriers to take on these two, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, cool beans.